I, Dr. Purnima Vedan, on behalf of Lloyd Business School, welcome our eminent speaker, Professor Dr. Vandana Arora Sethi ma'am, all my faculty colleagues and the students who have joined this webinar today. Lloyd constantly strives to build knowledge for its young managers by bringing astute leaders and faculty to augment their learning. In order to embrace the future managers with latest developments in the corporate world, Lloyd has taken the initiative to conduct expert talk series called Enhancing Employability Skills for Budding Managers. Today, we are having the sixth expert talk on life-changing lessons in business, a must-know for management aspirants. Without much ado, I would like to introduce our eminent speaker. We are honored to have with us Professor Dr. Vandana Arora Sethi ma'am, who is the Group Director at Lloyd Group of Institutions and Chief Strategy Officer and Head of Growth at Lloyd. Madam is a gold medalist from Delhi University and an alumnus from IIMS Bangalore, with work experience of more than 18 years, including industrial experience at Renbexi Research Laboratories, Gurgaon. She has a track record of achieving results consistently, has received several national and international recognitions and Team Excellence Appreciation Awards from the various organizations. Leading Lloyd the right way and keeping students first is her motto. Ma'am is determined to take Lloyd to new heights. I welcome you, ma'am, and I would now hand over the session to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Purnima. And a very warm welcome to all the people who have joined this session today, which would last for around, say, 30 to 40 minutes. Very happy to see so many new MBA students of 2022 session who've joined us today. And it is a very wonderful feeling to interact with you, though it is just one way. I will try and keep the session in English and Hindi, so that language does not become a barrier between both of us. So आज हम इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे मिल रहे हैं कंप्यूटर के आर पार, और आज सिर्फ मैं बोलने वाली हूँ और आप सुनने वाले हैं. Though I will like to interact at the end of the session. आप लोग अपने questions भेज सकते हैं chat box में, and I'll try and answer as many questions as possible. Or if there are any suggestions or anything you want to add on after I finish speaking, please feel free to do so. And it's a great feeling to see so many aspirants who want to do postgraduate education, because I understand सबके घर से pressure होता है graduation करने का, कि 12वीं कर लिया, अब कम से कम आप graduate हो जाइए, BA कर लीजिए, BSc, BCom, BBA, BTech, whatever you can do in your graduation years. But the willingness to do a higher education, even if it doesn't come from the family, it is very remarkable of you that you chose to do a postgraduate education. We have got two postgraduate education courses here in management. One is MBA and the other is PGDM. So PGDM session has already started a week ago, and we had a very vast 1 week full of orientation for the PGDM students. So PGDM being an autonomous program at Lloyd Business School, we design the curriculum, we get the industry expertise into the PGDM program. The dates and all are decided by AICTE when to start the program. Whereas in MBA, it's a beautiful program, well designed by AKTU and AICTE. So we are affiliated to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, and obviously approved by AICTE New Delhi. So in MBA, the curriculum which is there is designed by the university, and we as an affiliated institute follow that curriculum. So we'll be talking more about when your session will start, how much we will engage before the session, and during your academic session, what all you can expect, and what are the other options available for you when you are present at Lloyd. Because your studies should not be restricted only to doing an MBA. 2 साल का सिर्फ डिग्री लेने के लिए आप यहाँ नहीं आए हैं, but you will see a lot of other things which will also happen the next 2 years at Lloyd. Dr. Purnima gave some introduction about me, but also I would like to add on that I have been here at Lloyd only since the last, this is my 17th year here. And I have seen students who started, very young at that time in 2005-06, and those students have now reached great heights, and I see it with utmost pride कि जो बच्चे हमारे साथ तब थे जिन्होंने अपनी ग्रेजुएशन पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन जर्नी लॉयड में शुरू की are now at great heights. Some are presidents, vice presidents of companies. Some have got their own entrepreneurial ventures. And it's a great feeling जब वही बच्चे वापस आते हैं अपने alma mater से recruit करने. And this is what we will expect from you all as well. You know, that you learn so much in these 2 years that you become capable of employing people rather than only being looking for employment. I've got a short presentation as well to keep the topic of today relevant, which is life-changing lessons in business. And why I wanted to talk about this kind of थिंग, जब आपका भी पहला दिन भी नहीं आया कॉलेज में और हम बात कर रहे हैं लाइफ चेंजिंग लेसन्स इन मैनेजमेंट, जो कि बहुत ही बड़ी बात है, लाइफ चेंजिंग लेसन्स, यू नो. सो इट इज ऑलवेज गुड टू लर्न फ्रॉम द बेस्ट इन द इंडस्ट्री. आज हम उन 3-4 लोगों की बात करेंगे जिन्होंने बिजनेस में अपना, जिसे कहते हैं हिंदी में, सिक्का जमाया है, who have made a mark for themselves in the business industry. And how they did it, what is the secret of their success, ये आपको पहले पता होना चाहिए, because you are all going to dream big when you are in Lloyd. हम सिर्फ Lloyd में क्लास करने नहीं आए हैं, like I said earlier. You are here to dream big. You are here to see what are the highest aspiration that you can achieve for yourself. You know, so आप सपना देखिए टाटा बनने का, आप सपना देखिए अंबानी से भी ऊपर जाने का, and only when you dream big you're going to achieve. As they say, the huge oak tree was once a tiny seed. बहुत बड़े बड़े जो पेड़ लगे हुए हैं बाहर, वो पहले एक छोटा सा बीज थे. आज आप एक, you're like a tiny seed, and we want to see you, and if you dream big you will see that you will all be able to achieve that dream. So we'll have this small presentation for you, and let's see if we are able to start it. Yeah. Rather, I'll be taking it up here because my Zoom otherwise has some issues all the time. So this is life-changing lessons in business is what you're going to be understanding today. So आप business को क्या समझते हैं? For all of you, क्योंकि अब आप business studies में enroll हो चुके हैं, this was a philosophy that your business will mean product, your business means market, your business means money और people. आप कोई भी काम शुरू करते हैं, चाहे आप छोटी सी एक दुकान खोलें, या एक आप स्टार्टअप शुरू करें, या किसी चीज का फैक्ट्री डालें, या एक कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिस टाइप बनाएं, which is like, you know, you are consulting people, you are giving consulting to people. तो किसी भी टाइप का बिजनेस आप शुरू कर सकते हैं. FMCG प्रोडक्ट है, कार्स का डिलीवरी डीलरशिप है. Any small or big business is dependent on these 4 things. That is product, money, मार्केट एंड पीपल. आपका प्रोडक्ट क्या है, वो प्रोडक्ट बिकने लायक है या नहीं है, उस प्रोडक्ट की मार्केट अवेलेबल है या नहीं है. फॉर एग्जांपल, आप जैसे एक हम एग्जांपल सुनते थे पहले, आप यू नो, यू वांट टू सेल फुटवेयर, आप जूता चप्पल बेचना चाह रहे हैं टू अ मार्केट जहां पे आज तक किसी ने चप्पल पहनी ही नहीं है. सो विल यू बी एबल टू क्रिएट अ मार्केट देयर, और इज द मार्केट ऑलरेडी सैचुरेटेड? आप कॉफी का शॉप खोलना चाहते हैं, कैफे, और आप जहां खोलना चाह रहे हैं वो मार्केट ऑलरेडी सैचुरेटेड है. योर बिजनेस विल ऑल्सो बी डिपेंडेंट ऑन हाउ मच मनी यू हैव, कितना कैपिटल आपके हाथ में है और कितना कैपिटल आप मार्केट से रेज कर सकते हैं. अल्टीमेटली आपके पास कितना पैसा है आपके बिजनेस में लगाने के लिए. एंड वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, पीपल. आपके पास कौन से लोग हैं जिनके साथ मिलके आप बिजनेस शुरू करना चाहते हैं. सो दीज आर द 4 मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स. प्रोडक्ट, आप क्या बेचना चाहते हैं, कौन सी मार्केट में, हाउ मच funding or money you have today, and the kind of people who are working with you to make this happen. There are some differing opinions on this. So it could be what is now and the earlier philosophy. So let's call it the philosophy of the past. So your business can be dependent on these four things, or does your business depend on these four things? So I believe, and this also comes from very, very successful businessmen, that rather than the earlier four things, if you have these four things, then your business is sure to succeed. The first one being attitude. Do you have the attitude to think out of the box? आप कितनी सोच रखते हैं? For example, Ola and Uber. The founders of Uber had the attitude to think out of the box. ऑलरेडी क्या है, बहुत सारे टैक्सी सर्विसेज चलते थे सिटी में, कंट्री में, थ्रू आउट द ग्लोब. सो दीज फाउंडर्स ऑफ उबर थॉट बियॉन्ड व्हाट इज एग्जिस्टिंग. उन्होंने सोचा एक ऐसी सर्विस पैदा करें जहां पे अपनी एक भी गाड़ी नहीं है, लेकिन क्या कर रहे हैं, एग्जिस्टिंग कार ओनर्स और कैब ओनर्स आर अटैच्ड थ्रू टेक्नोलॉजी टू द कंज्यूमर्स, दैट इज द वंस हु वांट टू हायर अ कैब. So there was an attitude of thinking out of the box, of creative thinking. So your business is dependent upon your attitude. आपकी सोच कैसी है, आप कितना सोच सकते हैं about the things which are not existing today. For example, there is traffic disruption on the way. For example, आज आपको online join करना था, but you realize that बाहर बारिश हो रही है, सिग्नल्स नहीं आ रहे हैं, सो दैट इज अ डिसरप्शन. अब उसमें आपको अचानक क्या आइडिया आ सकता है कि मैं ज्वाइन नहीं कर पा रहा हूं या कर पा रही हूं, व्हाट एल्स कैन आई डू टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस सेशन व्हिच इज हैपनिंग. दैट इज योर क्रिएटिव थिंकिंग. सो देन देयर इज इनोवेशन. आज जो प्रोडक्ट है हो सकता है वो कल पुराना हो जाए. सो that's why I put a picture of how the wheel was evolved. You know, the industrial revolution happened by the steam engine. Yes, definitely the industrial revolution, but the invention of the wheel was a very important part in the modern technology that we have. लेकिन धीरे धीरे वो wheel evolve होते होते आज का wheel जो टायर है हम यूज करते हैं वहां पे बन गया. So that was innovating, keeping the requirements in mind. For example, एक आपका कैफेटेरिया भी है और आपका यहाँ पे हम चाय और कॉफी लोगों को सर्व करते हैं 10 रुपए में, लेकिन लोगों को अब क्या चाहिए, उनको कैफेटेरिया में वाईफाई चाहिए. सो यू हैव टू इनोवेट आफ्टर गेटिंग दीज आइडियाज. सो एटीट्यूड से आपको क्रिएटिव थिंकिंग आ गया, यू गॉट थिंकिंग आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स, एंड देन यू इनोवेट योर प्रोडक्ट. You should have the flexibility to change. You can see this Nokia phone here. And why do we have this Nokia phone? Because Nokia phone was very good. I mean, most of people in my generation, we had this phone with us and it was the best phone at that time. But Nokia did not have the flexibility to change. That's why Nokia is now, it does not exist in the market at all. It has been taken up by smartphones. So either you have the flexibility to change or you perish. And ultimately, everything today is based on technology. Even when you are here, when you do your 2 years education, you will see most of your education will be based not on books, but on learning technology. And technology, as the word is synonymous with artificial intelligence. So AI is one thing, one word, which is more important these days to humans than human intelligence. आप शॉपिंग करिए, आप बिजनेस आइडियाज लाइए. अगर आपका अपना कोई बिजनेस है उसमें आपको ज्यादा लोगों को अट्रैक्ट करना है टू बाय थिंग्स, यू हैव टू रिलाई एंड ट्रस्ट ऑन आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू हैव अ स्टोर and physical store है आपका, ऑनलाइन स्टोर नहीं है. You are selling things there. There are people coming to your shop, to your store to buy things. It is all monitored by AI कि आपके पास कौन से एज ग्रुप के लोग आ रहे हैं, मेल्स आ रहे हैं या फीमेल्स आ रहे हैं. You don't have to sit and count them. It is all monitored by the scanner which is there, which just monitors through AI the influx of people. लोग कौन से जगह पे ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड कर रहे हैं, कौन से स्लैब, कौन से शेल्फ के ऊपर. That is all driven by analytics. You've got video cameras there, and this video cameras have got analytical tools through which this video is converted into the time that people spend on that particular shelf. So even when you are not doing an online business, you are having a physical infrastructure of a business, you have to learn technology, you have to develop technology in your business, and that is what is going to take your business far and wide. So the earlier concept of product, market, money, and people is now attitude, innovation, flexibility to change, and technology. And believe me, we are going to be providing you a platform to learn all of these things here. But the first thing, that is attitude, has to come from within you. I'll give you some examples. Something like, you all know this symbol, it's a Tata symbol. The most prominent company of India, the most loved company of India is the Tata Groups, which was started by J.R.D. Tata and then taken over by Naval Tata and other successors of Tata, and Ratan Tata, who is so well respected in the business world. So Tata, could have been the richest company in India, or maybe in the world as well. And Ratan Tata could have been the richest man in the country, but he's not. Because what is the secret? So this is the life-changing secret of Tata's business. They work with principles and they distribute their wealth. They are into everything. आप देखते हैं टाटा नमक से लेकर, टाटा की कार से लेकर, टाटा के हवाई जहाज, that is the airlines that they operate upon, to electronics, to everything in technology is all Tata. But what do? They have got 66% of the wealth that they earn is all going into CSR activities or philanthropy. They work with principles and values. So this is a first secret to any business, is principles and values. अभी पीछे आपने बहुत सारे cases सुने हैं, including the Kingfisher owners, Vijay Mallya case. Short-lived is the wealth which is earned by wrong means. If you're not working on principles and values, what happens? Ultimately, it all goes in vain. Aaj nahi to kal you are caught and you get into a system of, total corruption, which goes one thing after the other. So these are the words of Ratan Tata. He said that we businesses need to operate with principles and values. He always, so you must have seen, कभी भी आप किसी टाटा के ऐसे बंदे से बात करो जो टाटा के किसी भी कंपनी में काम करता है, you will see that we are a very loved kind of employee, because they believe in distributing the wealth amongst their people. They don't believe in accumulating the wealth. So small business or big business, it could be you have a small cafeteria to a large factory, to some dealership, some marketing services, to an airlines, whatever you are doing as a business, just remember to work with principles. You cannot take a shortcut and do things which are not fair. So this is the first secret. Since you, my dear students, are going to be the next generation business leaders of the world, never forego your principles. Whatever wealth you accumulate, always remember to distribute that wealth amongst the disadvantaged population of India, which could be the people who are working with you, or even for the poor people of the country. So that is secret number one. The second most important people, who are these? The second most important people in business when we talk about are the Ambanis. What is the secret of Ambanis? So Ambanis, you must have seen, maybe if you have seen the movie Guru, the story of Dhirubhai Ambani, or if you have already read the books on Dhirubhai Ambani, his biography. So how he started as a very small spice seller, and from spices he moved on to taking up a job in the Middle East and selling, working in an oil container factory. But he dreamt big. He always used to think that if I can dream big, I can achieve it. आज अगर हम टाटाज और अंबानीज की बात कर रहे हैं, that means we really want you to think like Tatas and Ambanis. एक बारी, and this young generation of your age is doing so well immensely, jitna aap soch sakte hain. Maybe the earlier generation of yours, your parents, aunts, uncles, they would have never thought the way you do. So you have to dream and think like the Ambanis. So moving on from that oil container factory to doing silk business, to doing share trading, and then doing one factory after the other. And then the same, thought process came into his son, Mukesh Ambani, who's leading the way forward. And what is the secret to success of Ambani's business? They always say, Mukesh Ambani says, we hire the best people and pay them well. You don't have to be the smartest to run your business. Once you have given your thought process to a business, then you have to hire people who are smarter than you so that they can run your business. That is the secret of the business of the Reliance. You will see that people who are working in Reliance are always the best in the industry and are paid the best in the industry. In fact, business तो बहुत बड़ी बात है. Even जो ये इनका school चलता है, धीरूभाई अंबानी का in Bombay. I mean, a normal school teacher will normally get a salary of 30, 40, 50,000 rupees, whereas most of the teachers working at the Dhirubhai Ambani school in Bombay get close to 2 lakh rupees per month, because they are the best teachers through the country and they are paid the best. So they are retained there, they give their best, and that's how. So for Ambani's, human resource is their most important resource. So that is the second secret that you have to learn today. Once your business is established, work with the best, hire the best people and pay them well. This is the third example of today, Mr. Steve Jobs. And I have put this young photo of Steve Jobs because I have read his book a couple of times and I've seen his movie a couple of times. Aap sabne dekha hoga Jobs. But his older version of when he was losing the fame, he got pancreatic cancer, was not a good picture to remember. So let's remember Steve Jobs like this, when he developed the earliest computer. इतना successful कैसे हो गया Steve Jobs का business? Apple is so popular. They are selling the most expensive phones of the world. Apple laptops, phones are one of the most expensive ones. But how is it that they are doing so well? कैसे लोग उनका product buy कर रहे हैं? Because his secret was, if you don't love it, and it here is work. If you don't love your work, if you're not having fun doing your work, then you don't really, love your work, then you're going to give it up. अगर आप ऐसा काम नहीं कर रहे हैं जो आपकी पसंद का काम है, आज नहीं तो कल आप उसको छोड़ देंगे उस काम को. So the secret is, you have to put your hands into the business that is of your loved nature, something that you have a passion for, as they call. So Steve Jobs' secret was passion and people. He started his business with his very close friend from childhood who was major into technology, Wozniak, whereas Steve Jobs were more of a marketing kind of a person and a creative thinker, and he was a dropout of college. लेकिन कॉलेज की पढ़ाई के अलावा जब उन्होंने ये कंप्यूटर डेवलप करना शुरू किया अपने गराज में, अपने पापा के गराज में, so he loved doing it. He didn't know he is going to make such a big business. जब आज आप बैठेंगे अपने डेस्क पे और छोटी सी कोई चीज को तोड़ेंगे और वापस उसे जोड़ेंगे, maybe you will not realize कि 10 साल बाद या 5 साल बाद ये जो आज आपने छोटा सा काम शुरू किया है, ये इतना बड़े स्केल पे हो जाएगा. This is all because of the love for that work that you are doing. You love it so much that you end up spending 20 hours out of your 24 hours into doing that. So passion and then working with the best of the people from the industry is what was the secret of Steve Jobs. So if you don't love it, you're going to leave it. आज अगर आप मैनेजमेंट एजुकेशन भी कर रहे हैं, is you have to start loving what you're reading here. You have to start loving the case studies कि इसने ऐसा कैसे किया, वो वाली इस केस में ऐसा कैसे हुआ, SBI में इतनी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कैसे आ गई, और इवन करंट केसेस ऑफ Bosch, how is Bosch transforming. इतने सारे कंपनीज हैं, इतना डिसरप्शन हुआ कोरोना के टाइम पे, हाउ हैव द कंपनीज रिबाउंड बैक. So you have to have that love of your management education, and then you will see that you will be able to reach great heights. And this passion and this love was reflected in the movie Three Idiots. This person, Amir Khan, how did he do so well in his career? How did he become owner of so many patents? Because he was loving what he was doing. And that is the secret to the entire business of Steve Jobs. Very, very important person. And the I think the second or the third most richest person in the world, Bill Gates. How did he get so much money? ना पैसा कहाँ से आया Bill Gates के पास? Or he stayed, in fact, on number 1 position as the richest man of the world for a very, very long time. So Bill Gates said that if you were born into a poor family, it is not your fault. But if you die in a poor family, then it is your fault. Definitely, yes. Because you can, जितना आपको काम करना है वो आपके हाथ में है. So his secret was start today, start right now. He said you don't have to wait for tomorrow to start something. And in his words, he says, if you want to accomplish something, do not wait for the new year, new month और फ्राइडे कि चलो कल से तो खूब, कल से ये काम शुरू, कल मुझे ये नया टेक्नोलॉजी सीखना है, मुझे एक्सेल सीखना है, मुझे पाइथन सीखना है, कल से सब शुरू. No, you don't have to wait for the next moment. You have to start it right down now. You have to sit down with your business plan, अगर आपके दिमाग में कुछ भी है, and start working on it immediately. And how Bill Gates made it so big, obviously he was very intelligent, he was very sharp, he wrote his first program when he was 13 years old. So same thing as Steve Jobs, and once they were in conversation, Bill Gates was interviewing Steve Jobs, and so they both had the same acumen of thinking, is that you have to love what you do. So similarly, Bill Gates had that attitude and aptitude of computers, of programming, and ultimately जब उन्होंने अपना पहला program लिखा, and then he started working more and more on technology of computers, and he did not waste any time. The richest man of the world used to work for close to like 20, 21, 22 hours also per day at one point of time. And that's how he made it big. हमें आज सिर्फ एक चेहरा नजर आता है, एक story सुनाई देती है that Bill Gates did this, but he actually did it during that time because he did not waste any time on things that he was not interested in. And the richest man of today, we cannot leave this conversation without talking about Elon Musk. And this is the quote that we as management people like the most. It is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. We are all ordinary people. You coming from the small cities or big cities of India could be very ordinary people coming from middle class, lower middle class, or upper middle class families. We're very ordinary people. हम सब ऐसी families से आते हैं जहाँ पे हमने कुछ बहुत जबरदस्त नहीं उखाड़ा है. But we can choose to be extraordinary. अगर हम चाहें, with putting all these secrets that we have learned till now, we can definitely become extraordinary. And his secret has been singular, unblinking focus. Focus. You can't lose focus till your dreams are accomplished. And that's why I wanted to write this also. He sometimes he would sleep under his desk. A person who is now aspiring to fly to Mars, and who has already done missions to NASA. He has done some work with NASA as well. And जो टेस्ला जो एकदम revolutionary गाड़ी आने वाली है अब हिंदुस्तान में भी, and already there in the United States, he used to sleep under his desk. That was his focus कि जब तक काम खत्म नहीं होना है तब तक continuous work. And as they say, when it was till the dreams or goals were accomplished, he had this focus of looking only towards a particular problem. So these are some things that you really have to remember, and you can choose to pick one, or you can choose to pick all of them, not when you are starting a business, but when you enter business education, which is now. You have entered post-graduation into business. That means aapko, initially, if you want to work as an employee, you have to work as a manager, an associate manager, or something in management, rising up the ladder to being a leader, and maybe working as an entrepreneur yourself. So you have to start thinking like one. You can choose to maybe think about focus, or about hiring the best or being the best, or you can choose all of them and start working from this moment on. So these are some of the big examples that we learn. But there are so many management lessons, so many life-changing management things that we see from very local people as well. Like, what about your local panwala? There is a panwala outside your society. Nukkad pe khade hote hain panwale, jahan sab इकट्ठे होते हैं शाम को, दोपहर को, जब खाली हैं. So what lessons do you see? How is his business growing, or how is his business not growing? जिसका बिजनेस ग्रो नहीं हो रहा, वो कौन पान वाला है? जो कई साल से उसके पास वही नुक्कड़ की दुकान है, जहां पे वो वही सेम टाइप का पान बना के बेच रहा है. Business as it is. But there are panwalas who have got one franchisee after the other, who have grown so big. कहाँ 5 रुपए का पान मिलता है, कहाँ 100 रुपए का भी मिलता है. तो कौन 100 रुपए का पान बेच रहा है? जिसने इनोवेट किया है as per the taste of the people, जहां पर उसने उन सब लोगों को भी इंट्रोड्यूस किया है पान को जिन्होंने आज तक पान नहीं खाया था. और कैसे? by creating a pan of their taste. So he has customized the pan as per the taste of people, different flavors. They have marketed their pan well. Maybe they've got various hoardings across the town. They have put various social media posts. They have done digital marketing about their shop, about various varieties of pan that they have. So they have moved with the technology. They have evolved themselves. So even if you are a pan wala, you can choose to be a nukkad pan wala, jo jahan shuru hua wahin khatam ho gaye. Or you raise your business to a level where you are a person of maybe 100, 200 crores by only selling pan, by innovating, by moving on to technology, and by the right marketing strategies. We have been hearing in the news, etc. और कई बार हम पढ़ते हैं social media पे भी about this person who is an MBA चाय वाला. Again, there could be a nukkad पे चाय वाला who's just selling tea. सुबह आए और शाम को वही 200-300 रुपए कमा के चले गए, and you stay poor for the rest of your life. Or you innovate your teas. Now you've seen chayos and so many other places. क्या कर रहे हैं वो सिर्फ? They are just selling teas. But they have innovated the way they are selling teas with proper marketing skills. The product, which is so important, they are customizing their product as per the market they are in. अगर the same chai sells जो दिल्ली में बिक रही है, वही बनारस में बिक रही है और वही चेन्नई में बिक रही है, it will not be a success. You customize your product as per the market demand. So when you start a business, you have to keep all these things in mind. I hope that was enough for you for today. एंड इसमें से कहीं किसी एक चीज से आपकी बत्ती आज जली होगी दिमाग की. सो ट्राई एंड रीड मोर अबाउट दैट. अगर आप और इस बारे में डिस्कस करना चाहते हैं तो फील फ्री. And but once you enter into management education, your mind always has to be open to how this business was successful, what learnings you got from this business, and how you can increase the business more and more by developing that acumen. We'll be looking forward to meet you in campus very soon. In fact, recently I just put this one article here. Otherwise, we had a lot of coverage for this Lloyd Business School PGDM 1 week Genesis that we held, which was the orientation. And there were many other things which happened during this. I have posted a link in the chat box. So when you can, just see that link, it's a Facebook link with all the photos of Genesis. So you will get to see what kind of education happens in Lloyd. It is not only education that, you see happening here, but a lot of activities. So during Genesis for PGDM, which is our flagship program, we had a lot of people from industry coming. We had students going to visit Varun Beverages, which is a Coca-Cola factory, and to a couple of other companies as well. And a lot of activities happened, and now their regular classes have started. So any of you who wish to visit the institute even now and understand how business education happens, चाहे वो PGDM ही हो, you are most welcome to the institute and meet us, meet your faculty mentors. Dr. Purnima is here, who is leading your MBA, and she would be happy to have your doubts cleared or resolved about anything that you would wish to know about. बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो आप पूछना चाह रहे हैं, so I'll try and answer them one by one since now हम आमने सामने हैं. But again, you are most welcome to come to the college any day so that we can talk. So everybody wants to understand when the session will start. So like I began the session, we have got two management programs here. One is PGDM, the other is MBA. PGDM is an autonomous program which is run by the institute and approved by AICTE. So the session starts as per AICTE and the session is already started. Whereas MBA is affiliated to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow, who gives an academic calendar for every year. For this year, they have yet not given the date of start of MBA first year classes. But we don't want our students to miss out. That's why we have started these pre-induction foundation courses. You can attend them with due diligence. We'll try and start the classes as early as possible. In fact, before the university gives us a date, we'll try and start as early as possible. But till a date comes from the university, we'll not be able to give a date. It could be 15 days from now, a month, month and a half, but we really do not know the date. But if you're really in a hurry to start, you can try enroll into PGDM if you want to really start your management education now. Otherwise, it will be as per AKTU calendar because it is uniform for all the colleges in UP whose MBA is affiliated to AKTU. So many students wanted to know that. I hope this clarifies. अगर अभी भी नहीं कोई doubt है तो आप please पूछ सकते हैं. Yes, so one of the students says it is also necessary to have presence to run your business. Definitely, you need to be present. But sometimes, once you get into that magnanimity of business that you have scaled up so high that things run on auto mode. So even when the proprietor is not present, imagine a Ratan Tata not being present at each outlet of Tata, the business is still running. Because they strategize the right way, they hire the right people, they know which business to get into, which business to get out of, and hence they run very well. Then Jyotsna is asking what things we can do to change ourselves with a good attitude. So wonderfully said Jyotsna, is that I can see willingness that you really want to change also. So पहली अड़चन क्या होती है, हमें लगता है कि हम बिल्कुल सही हैं, which is called know it all. मुझे सब आता है, मेरा तो यही एटीट्यूड है, मुझे तो इतना ही समझ आता है. But now if you are keen to learn how to change the attitude, so to change the attitude, number one is you have to read good articles, you have to read good books, because उसी से आपको knowledge मिलेगी कि अभी business world में आगे क्या हो रहा है, और उस हिसाब से आप अपना एटीट्यूड चेंज कर सकते हो. अगर जनरली आपको लाइफ के लिए अपना एटीट्यूड चेंज करना है, अगर आप बहुत नेगेटिव सोचते हैं, then you have to start thinking positive, then you have to listen to people, you have to talk to people, because ये कोई ऐसी बत्ती नहीं है जो अचानक आपके दिमाग में जल जाएगी. To change your attitude, you have to listen to people who are talking to you about positive things. You have to start not thinking negative and start thinking पॉजिटिव. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आप सोचते हो मेरा भी ग्रेजुएशन का रिजल्ट नहीं आया और आपका एटीट्यूड है कि मेरे को तो कुछ नहीं आता, मुझे कुछ नहीं आता, मुझे कुछ नहीं आता, सो यू हैव टू स्टार्ट थिंकिंग कि अगर मैं पढ़ूंगा और अगर मैं पढ़ूंगी तो मुझे आ जाएगा. द एटीट्यूड इज ठीक है अभी कुछ नहीं आता, बट वंस आई रीड और आई स्टडी, देन आई विल बी एबल टू लर्न दिस सब्जेक्ट. So to get into a positive attitude is not a one moment's job, but once you read good books, you listen to good articles, you listen to good podcasts, dheere dheere it is a gradual process that it starts to change. And I'm sure your faculty mentors will be able to help you with some, if Purnima ma'am, we can share some podcasts with them, which have been said by very good people. उसमें क्या है, आपको पढ़ने की भी ज़हमत नहीं उठानी है. Some people don't like to read. सो एक पॉडकास्ट आपको रोज एक भेज दिया करेंगे, आप सिर्फ अपने कान में अपना डिवाइस लगाइए एंड लिसन टू दैट पॉडकास्ट. क्या है कि सत्संग की हमेशा जरूरत होती है. सो समथिंग इन डेवलपिंग पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड, यू कैन जस्ट लिसन टू इट, एंड वंस यू स्टार्ट लिसनिंग, you will see that things start changing by themselves in you. So Soumya has asked if you can suggest some good novels or books that help us grow business and ideas. We have a lot of books here in the college. But in the meantime, if you want to study, I can share some free e-books as well, जो कि आप again सुन सकते हैं या जो आप download करके पढ़ सकते हैं. If you want to buy as well, we can do it. So at the end of this session, maybe in the next 1 hour, I'll be sending you on your mail some books, name of the books, and some links to e-books that you can read, and some audio books that you can listen to. So that will be really nice. आप कहीं वॉक कर रहे हैं, खाली बैठे हैं, you're driving maybe, तो आप वो e-book को सुन सकते हैं, and that is a good way to start getting into this kind of a reading habit. So Sanskar and Pranjal are asking, how do we raise our business on large scale? Very well said. So one is your business has to be scalable. First when you get a business idea also, you think out of the box. लेकिन आप एक ऐसे बिजनेस के बारे में सोचिए जो स्केलेबल हो, क्योंकि आपका पहला क्वेश्चन ही है हाउ टू रेज द बिजनेस टू लार्ज स्केल. अगर आपको लार्ज स्केल वाला बिजनेस करना है तो आपको पहले स्केलेबल बिजनेस शुरू करना है जो कल को बड़ा हो सकता है. Because there are many businesses which cannot be scalable. For example, if a business is dependent on your presence, कि आप ही किसी से बात करेंगे, जैसे आप, for example, you're a doctor. A doctor's business is not scalable because if you are the doctor in the clinic, आप ही consultancy दे रहे हैं patients को. Once you retire, how will your business grow? It will die down. But अगर आप उसी doctor's clinic को nursing home बना दे and you become a proprietor, you hire different doctors, तो क्या होगा, आपका बिजनेस स्केल होगा. सो यू हायर द राइट पीपल एट द राइट टाइम, जब आप खुद यंग हैं, सो योर बिजनेस विल ग्रो. दिस जस्ट एन एग्जांपल, बिकॉज a doctor's clinic is such a business not scalable, but when a doctor's clinic becomes a nursing home or a hospital where they are hiring other doctors also, then it is a large scale business. So which skills will help, Govind wants to know, which skills help to grow the business? Is all those skills that we just learned, and obviously there are more as well, but yes, more so I will tell you is like, I understand कि आप कई बार at this stage आप सोचते हो तो बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बात है, कहाँ हम टाटा बन पाएंगे, कहाँ हम अंबानी बन पाएंगे, या स्टीव जॉब्स ने तो बहुत जल्दी शुरू कर दिया था तो आज वो बन पाया. तो let's talk about the local पान वाला. अगर फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू आर अ पान वाला एट द नुक्कड़, आप में क्या स्किल होगी कि आपका बिजनेस ग्रोज टू सच अ लेवल कि आप 5 रुपए वाला पान 100 रुपए में बेच पाए. द राइट मार्केटिंग स्किल्स, द राइट यूज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी, and the adaptability, flexibility to change. You know कि आज ठीक है, आज कोरोना आ गया, सब बंद हो गया, पान की दुकान को ताला लग गया. So now what? People at home still want to eat pan. So what will you do? नहीं तो otherwise क्या होगा? पान वाला दुकान बंद के गांव चला गया और they die because of hunger, because of poverty. But if you have a technology base, then you know how to take that business into the houses of people. You know, you do the right marketing, you have a platform and deliver pan to doorsteps of people who want to eat pan. You know, so others, Jay, I've already answered when the classes will commence, and Isha is really looking forward to join the college, and Subodh something whose name is not fully written wants to know, SG, does the syllabus of MBA PGDM is the same? No. It is absolutely different, because like I said, so the syllabus of PGDM changes every year because we invite the industry people to the college. Some academicians and some industry people look at the syllabus of last year, and as per the changing technology, they innovate on the syllabus and they bring out new things which are needed, and the older things are weeded out of the syllabus. So that happens every year because PGDM is an autonomous program of the institute. Whereas that's why, you know, there is a difference, little bit difference in the fees as well. Whereas MBA, the syllabus is as devised by the AKTU, which is APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow. That syllabus is also made by the Board of Studies, which are very literate people, very senior academicians, and the Vice Chancellor, sir, sit together, but it happens maybe after every 2-3 years, 4 years. They sit together at the university campus and they work on the syllabus. So the syllabus definitely is very different. Yeah, so ma'am, MBA students visit in which industries during the course? So once you join, you will know which kind of industries you will visit, because I think you're talking about visiting. So once you are here, you will see. Shubh says that Elon Musk said artificial intelligence is far dangerous than nuclear bomb. It is a threat to human employment. So see, there are differing views, Shubh, on this, that artificial intelligence is never a threat to human employment, because artificial intelligence is made by humans. We humans made, and we can always destroy artificial intelligence as well. You know, something that we have created is in our hand to destroy, but use the right way. Artificial intelligence is to make our life simple and easy, not to make it even more difficult. अगर AI नहीं होता और online shopping नहीं होती, तो कोरोना के टाइम पे हम सब extinct हो गए होते. We would not have survived only, you know, if AI was not there at that time. So thanks to artificial intelligence that we are able to scale our businesses. आज आप you know, you are just maybe 20-21 years old आप हैं और आप आज एक business शुरू करते हैं. You know, in 3 to 4 years, you can scale your business and you can become, you can, you know, reach to up to so many crores of business. I will not say 100 crores, but yeah, you can come in double figures of crores. Why? Because of artificial intelligence, you can reach to audiences and people who will like to buy your product throughout the world. Otherwise, ये possible नहीं था. कई साल पहले अगर आप एक कोई बिजनेस शुरू करते, आप उस बिजनेस को कहाँ बेच पाते? In your neighborhood. Maybe your friends, people who are known to you will buy things from you. But thanks to AI, you are able to market your business to the people across the world. People sitting in America can buy your product thanks to AI. So it is never a threat to human employment because we have created, we can also remove it from the places we don't need. For example, पिछले साल तक क्या लग रहा था कि अब सब ऑनलाइन क्लासेस ही होंगी, फिजिकल क्लासेस आर आउट, एवरीबॉडी वांट्स टू रीड ऑनलाइन ओनली. लेकिन आप लोग क्या ऑनलाइन सीखना चाहते हो, या हम लोग क्या सिर्फ ऑनलाइन पढ़ाना चाहते हैं? नेवर. We really desperately want to see students in the campus. We want to go to the classroom. We want to look into your eyes and teach you. You know, so it is what they call these days is education 5.0. So education 4.0 was all about online teaching and digital, but education 5.0 is all about humanism, is about teaching students how to become good human beings, how to bring empathy into you, how to teach you those soft skills which are so necessary. So from digitalization back to humanity. So you have to use AI the right way, and then definitely why will it be a threat? So a lot of things. Anupama is asking, how do we get a business attitude? We already discussed it. Yeah, so Ishika wants to know, how can we deal with pressures and challenges in the work field? So rightly asked, if one is not having any kind of personal experience. Yes, so to each one themselves, you will face a lot of pressures and challenges once you join work. And since you said it's not from personal experience, Ishika, so you must have just heard about it कि work pressure, workplace में बहुत pressure होता है, बहुत challenges होते हैं. कैसे? The only answer to this is upskilling. You have to upskill yourself. You have to make yourself capable to overcome those challenges or pressures. जब आप में नॉलेज का बेस होगा, यू विल नो कि अगर ये चैलेंज आएगा तो ये अप्लाई करके ये सॉल्व हो जाएगा, यू नो. सो दैट कम्स बाय अपस्किलिंग. जब आप खुद को अपनी स्किल्स को एक एक करके बढ़ाएंगे, इवन व्हेन यू आर एट वर्क. अभी क्या है, दैट इज व्हाई दीज कोर्सेज आर सो पॉपुलर. फॉर एग्जांपल, अभी आज आपको टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता, इशिका, यू डोंट नो इवन एक्सेल, यू डोंट नो हाउ एमएस एक्सेल वर्क्स. कल को आपके बॉस ने आपको एक पूरी की पूरी शीट थमा दी कि इसको मेरे को एनालाइज करके बताओ कि क्या रिजल्ट आएगा. यू आर अंडर प्रेशर, मुझे तो एक्सेल आता ही नहीं है, अब मैं ये कैसे सॉल्व करूंगी. सो यू हैव टू अपस्किल योरसेल्फ. यू हैव टू लर्न एक्सेल, solve that sheet and give it back to your boss. So the pressure is over. Next time that sheet comes to you, you already know because you've learned that skill. So you have to upgrade and upskill yourself. And challenges, yes, challenges though are a part of life, personal, professional. What is a life without challenges? And as I keep telling to my students also, something that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. तो कोई भी challenge अगर आपकी life में आ रहा है, कोई adversity आ रही है जिससे आप मर नहीं रहे हैं, that is making you stronger to face further challenges in life. You have to brave through the challenges. You have to remind yourself that I am strong and I can, overcome this challenge. But सिर्फ बातों में नहीं, you have to come with the right strategies. You have to come with the right thinking attitude to come out of those challenges. You have to keep reminding yourself. ये कोई ऐसी चीज नहीं है आज मैं आपको बता दूंगी कि strong रहो इशिका, तो आप कल को strong ही रहोगे. You have to keep reminding yourself that you're strong, I can overcome this. And obviously then upskill and upgrade yourself. बिना knowledge के, बिना upskilling के, life will be very difficult professionally for you, So wonderful, lot of other questions. Hariom is asking, how do we get innovative ideas? So innovative cannot be taught to you. We cannot teach, but again, by reading. जितना आप ज्यादा दुनिया को देखेंगे, which could be by traveling, by reading. कमरे में बैठ के innovation नहीं आएगा. जब आप बाहर जाएंगे, आप देखेंगे कि दुनिया में ये प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, तो आपको उनको हल निकालने के लिए इनोवेटिव थिंकिंग को अपने आप आपका माइंडसेट बनेगा. Like I gave example of Uber, or there are tons of other examples. जैसे टेलीफोन है, मोबाइल फोन is innovation, because घर पे बैठ के फोन अटेंड करना was difficult. So they brought up mobile phones so that you are on the road, you are anywhere, you can attend to calls. अब किसी ने बैठ के ये सोचा तो नहीं था, लेकिन बिकॉज ये प्रॉब्लम था तो उसका सोल्यूशन निकालने के लिए इनोवेटिव आइडिया आया. और इनोवेटिव आइडिया ज्यादा कैसे आएंगे? जब आप ज्यादा पढ़ेंगे, आप अखबार पढ़ेंगे, आप देखेंगे इतनी प्रॉब्लम्स हो गई, ट्रैफिक का सिग्नल रेड लाइट तोड़ने के लिए इतने लोग मर गए. सो व्हाट विल यू डू? यू विल मे बी ट्राई एंड डेवलप सम टेक्नोलॉजी where these you can put these technology at the traffic signal, ताकि कोई भी लोग ट्रैफिक को रेड लाइट को क्रॉस नहीं कर सके. ओवर स्पीडिंग की वजह से so many people died is a problem. What is the innovative solution? That one of you, somebody from technology, builds something which can control the speed of the vehicle. So vehicle में ही इनबिल्ट आ जाए कि स्पीड 100 से ज्यादा नहीं बढ़ेगी, या फिर जो स्पीड मॉनिटर्स आते हैं वो आ जाए कि so that is innovation. Problem and innovation and solution. So innovative thinking will come जब आप प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में सोचेंगे एंड डे टू डे प्रॉब्लम्स. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल कोरोना था, अखबार पढ़ना मुश्किल था, अखबार टच नहीं कर सकते थे. सो इनोवेशन इज अ डिजिटल न्यूज़पेपर. Newspaper तो पढ़ना ही है, so why not a digital form of a newspaper is an innovation. So you have to get innovative by thinking about what are problems in the professional or business world. Then Aniket wants to ask, ma'am, how to be courageous to start a new business. So Aniket, that courage comes when you start changing your attitude, when you start dreaming, thinking big. You could be very happy about the job that you get. For example, अभी आपने ये इतना करेज का काम किया, हो सकता है आप ग्रेजुएशन के बाद डायरेक्ट जॉब ले सकते थे, बट यू हैड द करेज टू डू अ पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन. So you could be then maybe joining a job after post graduation. Maybe you are very happy with your job, but हो सकता है आपको वहां पे you don't feel good. So that comes from within. For example, I recently just a couple of days met Mr. Sanjeev Bikhchandani, who's the CEO of Naukri.com. So he was working with a company, an IT company when he started his career. He is from St. Columbus School, I think, in Delhi, and then he did his MBA, and he started job. So the first step of courage is discontentment. He was not happy with his job. He said, मैं कुछ भी कर लेता, मैं इतने से इतना revenue company के लिए नहीं ला सकता था. For example, he was at X revenue and he had to create 10X revenue for the company. He said, मैं कुछ भी कर लेता, मैं नहीं कर सकता था. And I was not having fun there. So he had the courage to start his own venture as Infogain, which later became Naukri.com and various other ventures. So the courage comes from your internal discontent. जब तक आप खुश हैं नौकरी में, आप खुश हैं. जहां आपकी खुशी खत्म हुई कि I am not happy with this money, I am not happy with this job, then you will have the courage to start a new business. Shubham says that he is waiting to meet other friends. Very good. And yes, Jyotsna, you can visit campus on Saturday. We are open. Book's name I'll send after this. A lot of other questions, which I think there are 40 new questions, which I think will be difficult to answer here. So once you are here, I'm sure that we'll be able to meet, and talk about these things in the classroom as well. So just this last question I will say, because one person's asking, everybody talks about business profit, why we all are not focusing on that business which can help others. Wonderful word said, Suraj. And that is what I was talking about when I said education 4.0 to education 5.0. We are really looking forward to creating better individuals at Lloyd and otherwise as well. So like Tata's did, they even if they amass 100 rupees, out of that 66 rupees they donate in philanthropy and CSR activities. And similarly, every business, whatever revenue you earn, you have to and you must use it to help other people as well. And पर ये आप तभी कर सकते हैं ना जब आपके अपने पास पैसा है. Like they say कि पैसा तो हाथ की धूल है. I'll just end with this. So somebody said पैसा तो हाथ की धूल है, वो कह रहे हैं. So पहले उस लायक तो बन जाओ कि उस धूल को निकाल सको. So you will be able to help people with money once you have money. So earning money is not a bad thing at all. Looking to earn more money for more awards and rewards is not a bad thing. Once you have money, you will be able to spend it to help people. So do a business, earn money, and use that money to help people and become a better individual, become a better human. And we are definitely looking forward to welcoming you to the institute and talk about more of these things and bring out the best human from inside you. So thank you so much for this time. I think we've overshot also. Dr. Punima, you may conclude, and I'm really looking forward to meeting the students in campus very soon.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think very soon we'll have another session by you because students are so eager to listen to your wisdom. I hope that today's expert talk on life-changing lessons in business, a must-know for management aspirants, will help all the students to plan their professional life and take on to what they are passionate about. I would like to thank on behalf of all the students and my faculty colleagues here, respected Group Director, ma'am, for taking out time from her busy schedule and guiding our students. Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you everyone for joining. We will see you soon in another interesting session very soon.